YouTube. And then we are recording here, and we've got everybody on standby. We haven't let them in just yet.
How many people are waiting?
One now I'm seeing YouTube come up. And then we are recording here, and we've got. Do you hear that? The double back. Everybody on standby. We haven't let them in just yet. So
How many people are waiting?
Now I'm seeing YouTube come up, and then we are recording here, and we've got. Do you hear that? The double back. Everybody on standby. We haven't let them in just yet. So
How many people are waiting?
Now I'm seeing YouTube come up, and then we are recording here. I have to figure out the volume. 1 second. Double back. Everybody on standby. Okay,
Good luck, honey. Break a leg.
I turned that off because we didn't have enough time for me to sync all that up with YouTube. So I don't quite know what the double back, I don't want it to be playing in the background.
It's okay because we can always post it. Nobody's going to really watch it live on YouTube, I don't think. And we can always post it there.
Yeah, that's true. So perfect.
Not worried about it.
See, we've got 2 minutes, 2 minutes to go.
Okay.
Minutes. You look fabulous, Anne.
Thank you.
7 people in the waiting area. So if anybody wants to go live, I'm sending somebody right now a text, and I'm giving them the link. So I'm going to do that.
David, did you turn the microphone off on your computer?
Yes.
Okay. I heard you, though. Your microphone is not off.
Turn my phone onto silent mode, Annie. It won't do anything from the Zoom, will it? I won't get any sound.
I'm not right. You won't hear the Zoom if your phone is quieted. Although I have known Zoom to override that and still make noise.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm going to see, because if it makes noise and there's any kind of feedback, I'll come off it. I just like to see it on another screen. So it looks so pretty. I love it.
I had something else to wear, and I realized I was going to blend into the background. So this morning I went out to Nordstrom Rack, and I found this beautiful skirt and top. I was so excited. All my colors. I mean, how did Nordstrom know to have my color in stock to match my hat? Like dead on.
Unbelievable. Seriously. Your earrings look great. You always look so fabulous.
Thank you.
We have 10 people right now. We have 11. We have 12 people. Judy, I see another something for you.
You see me? Yeah, that's what I just said. That's my phone. So I just like to have it so I can see.
I just put you in there.
Thank you.
Tell me.
You are.
I see you.
Do I hear birds?
Yes, that's itty bitty Goldberg. Our little parakeet.
That's okay. I'm like, wait, I hear birds. That's so
I thought about removing him from the room, but then I thought, you know what? It's lovely to have a bird chirping, and if it becomes annoying, then we can cover him and he'll stop talking.
So just to go through the run through, and we're at 4:01, but I love the emojis. So we want to invite people to do the emojis. I like that a lot. Let me see where they are again. So how did you get those emojis again, David?
Bottom line margin, it says react, and then you open that up.
Oh, the
It has
react.
a heart. And then the top line, send with
Okay,
effect.
I think it's going to be important for us to be doing.
Oh, good.
That's
We
nice.
just got some
So
party.
yeah, so
Hey.
let's all be doing that when we bring everybody in. What do you think?
Yeah, good idea.
Is on do not disturb, and I may at some point go on one of my channels live, but if we're ready, we've got 12 people. Let's see. Okay. All right. Oh, I love it. I love that. All right. I'm going to start bringing everybody in.
And I'm going live too.
Do we have any music that we can play? Anybody have anything teed up?
Well, yeah, I should have my.
Like you do get dinged if you put it like We Are Family or something and you put it up.
No, this is
No.
my music.
Okay, your music. We'll wait for your music. Okay. And we'll be ready. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Okay, so
The party is on, everybody at Facebook. Take this phone and shove it.
Hello, Wendy.
Hey, Mom, congratulations.
Hi, Bubby.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. Welcome.
Hi, Annie.
Hi,
Annie.
Mom. Congratulations.
Hi, Annie.
I don't know how to be so that we could talk to her.
You can go down to the react button. Down at the bottom is the heart. And we can be sending a big congratulations. Lots of hearts. Lots of hearts. Let's get those hearts going. We know that this is big. This is a big day. This is an amazing day. This is a phenomenal
Say that to us.
This is the day that Anne bursts her book. Woohoo!
Yay.
Everybody on mic and give her hand there. There she goes.
Yeah, how to get on. But
We already ordered it.
Yay.
Oh, yay. Oh, thank you, everybody, for being here. Oh, this is so great.
Well, I'm going to kick us off and I'll just introduce myself. I am Wendy Blum Weiss, and I am the ¡1 fan with all of you of the one and only Anne Goldberg, author of Take That Phone and Shove It. Woo!
oh, I thought it was my brother.
I'm going to take the phone.
And shove it. Do you know the statistics
No,
are
Certainly didn't look like it.
that over 95% of the population has thought about writing a book and less than 2% actually do. So this one over here is one that has such a big mission in her heart in helping seniors and helping all of us really to wrap our minds around the technology and these smartphones that, oh my goodness, they're sometimes it feels like they're so much smarter than we are. And then to have an expert in the house that has committed for the last decade of helping people, helping seniors especially, because they are not, they haven't been acclimated to these devices. They're brand new, right? All of this has only happened in the last decade or two, and it's daunting how fast the technology has changed. And your book is so phenomenal. It's been such an honor to see behind the scenes and helping you get your book launched and all the things. So it's so exciting that you're up on Amazon. I'm going to ask that David, if you don't mind, keep posting the link up there. I'm just curious, how many of you have already bought the book online? How many of you have been on Amazon? Because the first day of the launch is such a big day, and Amazon keeps track of all the sales and all that and gives you all this ratings. So it really helps boost and elevate Anne online right now. So we're just so honored and excited to be here. So I want to pass the baton and the mic over to you, Anne.
Oh, wow. I might start to cry because it's a really big minute. 2 years of first a year of obsessive writing. I couldn't not write. If something interrupted, if I had work, I got annoyed because all I wanted to do was write. I remember the first meeting we had, Wendy, with you and Patricia, because by the way, Wendy was my book coach. And if any of you have a book in you, this is the woman you want to work with. That first day, Wendy said to me, well, you know, you have to commit to write 4 or 5 hours a week. And I was like, 4 or 5 hours a week? I do that a day. I was obsessed with writing. And then, of course, we went into editing and graphic design and you know, it's like decorating your baby's room. You want it to be absolutely perfect. So when they're born, everything just flows. And I'm so delighted. Here's the book. Okay, it's big. It weighs 2 pounds. So if anybody needs to do, you know, some weights, it's a good thing for that. And I don't know if you can tell here, but the edges are colored because every page has a colored border, and the borders are a different color for each chapter so that you can easily find the chapter that you want. Everything that went into making the book, from the size of the print, I don't know if you can see it, it's big, to all of the pictures. There's Dick Van Dyke, just randomly open to him. The reason he's in there is because if you had his cell phone number, you could send him a text. He'd probably block you, not answer, but you could certainly send him a text. And that was to prove that point. So I am just like buzzing for the fact that the book is available. And yesterday at 8:02 p.m., I received an email from Amazon that said, your book is live. I actually set my alarm for 11:59 p.m. I thought I was going to have to wake up in the middle of the night to put it all together, but nope. And I ordered myself a copy right off the bat so that I will have the first copy ordered and in my files forever. And I just want to thank you all for being here. It's just the coolest thing. And we're going to have some contests. We're going to have some entertainment. David, we have some whistling from David and Judy. Judy Herman, raise your hand, Judy. Judy Herman is the brain entertainer and a dear friend. And Judy's going to be doing some cool stuff with us in a little while as well. And I guess what I'd like to start off with is to read you a little bit from the book.
I'd be so nervous if I was.
Hopefully I can find the page that here we are.
She looks very relaxed.
So the book is designed so you can fold it back so that when it's laying on a table, it will lay flat, so the pages won't fight you as you try to read it. And as you can see, it's big font, big font, and a lot of white space. So the part that I've chosen to read is Obstacle to Learning Smartphones for Seniors. Obstacle number 1, I'm too old to learn. So I start the chapter by saying, no, you are not too old to learn. I can't stress this enough to you. Most people think they lose the ability to learn new things as they age. Assuming you have normal cognitive function, meaning you're always forgetting where you put your purse, watch, phone, keys, but otherwise function normally, you can learn. Actually, my dad gave the best description of a bad memory versus dementia. He was in his 50s and he came out of the bathroom and he forgot to zip his fly. And my mother started making fun of him, teasing him. He was losing his marbles. He looked right at her. And I will never forget this. He looked right at her and he said, honey, it's not a problem if I forget to zip up. It is only a problem if I forget to zip down. That is the difference between mild cognitive decline and dementia, when you literally don't remember to zip down. So I like to make the analogy of file cabinets. The average 18-year-old has memories that fill maybe 1 5-drawer file cabinet, and the files are very loosely arranged in each drawer. But us, in our 60s, our 70s, our 80s, or maybe even our 90s, We have a house full of filing cabinets, and each one is stuffed tightly with memories of so many decades of living. So please don't beat yourself up when a memory comes a bit slower to you than it used to. Your brain has to sift through a lot of files before it finds the right one. And you'll be happy to know the latest research proves we're not born with a fixed number of brain cells. Parenthetically, remember that commercial, TV commercial went like in the 70s and 80s, it was a frying pan and they throw some eggs in there, you know, your brain on drugs, like you were killing your brain cells and they were gone forever. Well, actually not scientifically true. And the latest research proves that our brains are flexible. In fact, they're designed to expand and contract throughout our lives based on the choices we make. And the science of this is called neuroplasticity. Neuro what? What is that? Let me explain. According to Psychology Today, in an online article entitled How to Create a Durable Memory, neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to adapt or change over time by creating new neurons and building new neural networks. That scientific term, new neurons, new neural networks, you can just substitute the word memory for that, new memories. In other words, the brain is not a fixed thing. It can actually grow and evolve in response to life experiences. And the article goes on to explain the term plasticity implies an ability to adapt or change by creating new neurons and building new neural networks. Now, it's true that when we get to our 60s, there's a little bit of shrinkage that goes on, but constant stimulation, like learning new skills, like a smartphone, can help you retrain your brain and expand these important neural pathways. Just like your muscles, right? If you used to work out and then you stopped working out and your muscles sort of get smaller and weaker, all you have to do is start working out again. And you keep working out repeatedly and those muscles are going to strengthen and grow. So will your brain. Lack of stimulation, dehydration, poor nutrition, and a sedentary lifestyle does cause the brain to adapt in a way that's negative to your cognitive health. It actually gets smaller. Dehydration can actually effectively age your brain by 2 years. If you are constantly dehydrated, your brain will respond and you'll find yourself sluggish in remembering things. So maybe if you have that going on, drink a glass of water. Okay, so the ability to create new memories at any age. Remember, this is not just for children. This is as long as you're a Homo sapien human being who's breathing and alive and doesn't have dementia, you can learn. It's part of our biology. If this weren't true, stroke victims would never learn how to walk or talk again after having a stroke. And I'm sure everybody here knows somebody who had some terrible something happen and they had to relearn essential skills. That's neuroplasticity at work. So learning is the best stimulation, and learning something new takes practice and a can-do attitude. That's really important because if you think you can't, you won't. But if you think you can, you will. And I'll get to that, quote that again in a minute. All right. But here's the thing, forming new memories is not instantaneous. You don't learn something the first time you do it unless you have a photographic memory or you're a savant. Most of us, though, we don't have that. So, question, did you know how to drive a car the second time you got behind the wheel? No. Did you know how to play that new card game you learned the first time you sat and played it? Of course not. You have to practice. You will. Excuse me, it's daunting for us seniors to tackle something as unfamiliar as a smartphone or a tablet, especially if we're afraid of it. And that's what I find. So many seniors are afraid. They're afraid they're going to break their phone. They're afraid they're going to do something really silly and then their kids will yell at them and then they'll be embarrassed, okay? So with respect to the fear, The point of view that you have will impact your ability to learn. If you think you can't, you likely won't learn anything new. However, if you can change your perspective and see tackling this with a can-do attitude, you just may surprise yourself. To sum it up, be the little engine that could. Tell yourself, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. And you may be delightfully surprised that you do learn. So, anybody have any questions about neuroplasticity or what you have to do in order to create a new memory? Just raise your hand and unmute yourself, or Wendy, allow people to be unmuted, because I would like this to be interactive. So anybody, any questions? Okay, cool. So some of the other things that will stand in your way of learning will be definitely fear. If you are afraid, then that in itself will inhibit your ability to take in the new information. But I promise you, there are only a few ways that you can break your phone. The first way you break your phone is when you throw it against a wall in frustration. That's definitely going to break your phone. Okay, so let's put that one out of the side, because our whole point here is to go from wanting to shove your phone to wanting to love your phone. The second way you can break your phone is if it overheats. So for all of you in South Florida, do not leave your phone in your car. Do not. It only takes a couple of hours, not even. If the car gets to 130, 140 degrees, you can fry the circuits in your phone. It happened to me once. And that's how I know. I had a Samsung at the time, and by the time I got to the phone, there was this message on the screen: your phone is dangerously overheated, turn it off. So I did, but I will tell you, it did turn back on, but it was like it had a stroke. It was never quite the same after that. So that's a second way you'll break your phone. Another way, but not as likely to break your phone, is if it gets wet. And the reason it's not as likely is because all the new phones are pretty much water resistant. I go swimming with, well, I could go swimming with my phone, but I go swimming with my watch, my iWatch, totally safe for up to a half an hour in the water. And you can go, I think, 30 meters down. You can go pretty far down. So getting it wet, unless it's in the water for a really long time, if your phone gets wet, take it out of the case, dry it off, make sure it's not on, and leave it alone, if you can, for overnight. Don't power it up again, because if you power it up when it's damp inside, you will break your phone. Then it will happen. Okay, so. And the last way that you can break your phone has to do with online safety. If you tap a blue underlined link in a text or an email, you can break your phone. Because typically, I should caveat, in a text or an email from someone that you don't know. So you get a text, your cloud storage is almost full. Okay, so let's address that. Let's address online safety for a second. Nobody knows whether or not your cloud storage is full unless it's Apple on your actual phone, or Google through your Google account, or on your actual Android phone. Nobody else knows what storage it is. And you will get notices directly on your device that say your storage is full. And all you have to do is go into your settings. I'm not going to get into how, that's a different lesson, but you go into the settings and you either increase your storage or you delete pictures. So if you're somebody whose phone is telling you that the storage is almost full, go into your pictures and start deleting, especially videos. Now, I don't know about all of you, but I know I have at least 6 videos over time of my feet, because I'm carrying my phone and somehow it gets turned on. I got 4 minutes of the floor as I'm walking. And it happens all the time to all of us. So delete all of those videos. Delete duplicates. Sometimes I'll take a picture. I don't take one, I take 6. Very often they look alike, or maybe one is slightly better. Keep the best one, delete the other 5. Now, if you don't want to do this, just pay more money and get more storage. But if you have a philosophical objection to paying for storage when you don't need to, then you have to delete. The other thing you want to delete are apps on your phone. The phone comes, all these phones, they're not made for us. These phones are made for teenagers. And they all have lots of apps. This is my Samsung, and well, my iPhone is doing Facebook Live right now, so not touching that for the moment. But and you can see there's all sorts of apps, and there are some more apps. Actually, I took off most of the apps on this phone because they came with like 40 different apps, none of which I was going to use. So it's really good to go through your phone. I'm going to show you the quickest way to delete an app on an Android. Take the app that you want to delete, press and hold, and the screen changes. I hope it did. There it is. The screen changed. And there's a little box that opens up. And in that little box, it says there are, and this is all in the book, by the way, screenshots, pictures, arrows, boxes, you'll be able to see it all. But there are icons on the bottom. Now, I'm going to tell you how I got there again. So I'm not going to go further. Press and hold until you see the little box open. Notice I had to do it more than once. You may have to do it more than once. That's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. Sometimes it's just how the phone responds, or maybe the touch is not exactly what the phone needs to get the result you want. In this case, it's touching it and holding it until that box opens. And on the very bottom of the box, there's a little garbage pail and it says remove. If you tap on remove, that app goes away. You just have to confirm it. And the iPhone is slightly different. When you press and hold, the apps start to wiggle. Okay. Also, depending on how you press and hold. So let me finish that thought and then talk a minute about gestures. So on the iPhone, when you press and hold for a squitch of a second, you get a little box that opens up. If you press and hold longer, all the apps start wiggling. What's the difference? The gesture. So there's a reason we call them touch screens. Okay, it's because how we communicate with these phones is by touch. So if you want to open an app, it's a tap. A tap opens the app. What is a tap, though? Now, the ladies will remember this, I'm sure. I don't know about you men, but I vividly remember my mother ironing. And before she would iron, she'd heat up the iron and she'd go over it and she'd lick her finger and go over to the iron and touch it to make sure it was hot. But when we did that, we just went, I mean, it was the fastest, like you barely make contact with the screen because it's going to burn you, right? That's a tap. That's how you open an app. Because, now watch, a tap, boom, the screen changes and we open the app. But a tap and a hold gives a different response. The app didn't open, something else did. So that should not cause you to go like that. That should just cause you to go, oh, I did the wrong gesture. I get it. So now I can tap anywhere on the phone. That'll go away and I can practice my tap opens the app, barely touching the screen. Any questions? No? Okay, great.
So good. Okay, I want to jump in here for a second because I just went on to Amazon to take a peek and I would love to share with you. I'm going to see if I can pull this up. I'm going to share my screen. So because this is like really exciting. I didn't even expect to see this right now. So you guys are also awesome. All right, let me just pull this up. Can you see that, everyone? Can you see that Ann is number one?
Wow.
Oh my God!
Oh my mind. It blew my mind when I just went and looked. I go, oh my God, here, I've got to even, I mean, this is just too much not to even like share this. This is crazy that this happened. Literally while we were on the call, and like right now I was looking to see there are 27 of us that are online right now, which is amazing. And so when I pulled it up, I was like, oh my goodness, Anne is number one. There
Wow.
it
So,
is. Oh my goodness.
so is that unusual to be number one, like a half a day into a release?
Oh, yeah. And Amazon, I will tell you, it's not that easy to get number one now. It's really not. So I want to share with you that that is amazing, amazing, amazing.
Oh my God. And that's all because of you guys. Thank
Oh,
you.
all of you that are here. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm even letting more people in. And for a moment, if you don't mind, maybe you want to do a screenshot and get everybody to come on camera. I mean, to have so many amazing souls here supporting you, Anne, and all of your work, the hard work. Her book is gorgeous. It's one thing to read a technical book. It's another one. Anne was so adamant to have gorgeous pictures and color code it and make it easy to follow. I mean, she was like on every single inch of that book, every single part of it. She had so much heart and intention for not for herself, for the impact that she's making for seniors to be able to see it, right? Because if we read something, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. To actually be able to see it makes a huge, huge difference. And you have blown my mind how meticulous you have been with birthing your baby, your book out into the world. So I just had to share that right now. I know you're sharing all your tips and all the things, but I literally was over here going, are you kidding me that this is happening right now? And so
That
congratulations.
was the goal. That was the goal. Oh my goodness. Thank you. This is so exciting.
Amazing. Amazing. Okay.
Wow, I can barely speak. I'm a little kerfluffled here. That's just fantastic. Oh my God, thank you all, to my friends, my loved ones, my family, and everybody out there who has been buying the book. To be number one on Amazon so quickly is just my dream come true. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who are buying the book, if you're buying multiple copies, if I could ask you to please take a few extra minutes and buy them one at a time, because Amazon doesn't count how many books you sell, it counts how many transactions you have. So if you're buying 3 books, if you could potentially just, buy one, then buy one, and then buy one, that would really help cement in this number one status, which, Wendy, I think is important for Amazon in marketing the book to its own platform, correct?
Yeah, I mean, this is like what happens is like when you put the book up, it's really up to the author to get the word out, right? So doing this today, all of you been following her journey, right? Heart and soul, and just like waiting for it. And that's just really shown what a real tight community you have. It's really amazing. I mean, I've seen a lot of different things in book launches, but to have this come up so quickly that I just happened to look at it while we were on, I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, really.
No, there is no Kindle version. And the reason there is no Kindle version is that the graphic designer explained to me that when they do an ebook, they don't really do layout. They just paste the book in. So what would happen is that my instructions and the images that go along with them would be separated by pages. And then I would hear complaints from people, well, I can't find the pictures. So I refused the ebook. That's the specific reason why, because it's very important to me, and believe me, my graphic designers heard about this a lot, that if we're talking about conference calling, as we are here on page 219, we're talking about that the text on these pages with the pictures talks about conference calling and references the images that are on those pages. We can't make that guarantee on an ebook. And so that's the reason that happened. Did I just suddenly get dark?
A little.
A little. Look at that. I don't know why. Nothing changed. Okay, so let's see. Oh, yes.
The graphics in the book, how beautiful the pages look.
Sure. So as an example, can you see? Is that clear for people?
Every little picture. Anne sat there and took like every little picture. Every page has these pictures on it. I mean, it's like so beautiful.
There are over 1,000 graphic, what would be the word? Images. There are over 1,000 images in the book. So it was arduous for the graphic design, I will say. But I want to switch the subject just a teeny little bit. And it really refers to this, the fear of I'm too old to learn. For me, the greater message of this book, while I want to teach smartphones and empower seniors on how to use them, the far greater message is that we should never be defined by our age. The fact that we can look at something that doesn't require physical stamina, right? I'm not talking about skiing or running a marathon, but to sit and to learn something, or to explore something, or to have dreams and hopes and things we want to do. We should never stop doing those things because we reach a certain age. Because, and I'm going to pull it up so I hope you can see, we are old enough to have a past and young enough to have a future. And that is the essential message that I want to get through to seniors, that we have a lot of living to do. We have a lot of giving to do, and dreams and hopes and adventures that we can still do, whether we were in our 60s, 70s, 80s, and even 90s. There are 90-year-olds who are still going on cruises and traveling. Yes, it's a different itinerary. Yes, they're not doing the same things they were. David and I were in Colorado 2 weeks ago, and he said to me, in 10 years, we're probably not going to be walking in the mountains like this, which I, of course, went, oh, yes, we will. But, I don't know that we will. I don't know what my physical stamina will be when I'm 83. I'd like to think I'll still be able to do it. But the point I want to make is a mental one. We should not be stopping or limiting ourselves because we think we are a certain age, and we shouldn't be doing that. And because of neuroplasticity, because we understand that the brain is going to form new memories as long as you get some sleep, you're alive, because breathing is very important when you want to form a new memory, and that you do repetition, you repeat it. Okay, just like we said, you don't learn an instrument after taking one lesson. You will not learn your smartphone after doing something once on it. Maybe not even twice, maybe not even 6 times. Maybe you'll have to do it 10 times, but you will get it if you persevere and if you are kind to yourself in the learning. So with this whole understanding of old enough to have a past and young enough to have a future, I have created an online group. It's the Young Enough to Have a Future group. And I want to grow that group. I want to grow this movement. So seniors around this country and other countries in the world are inspired to do and be more. So it's a membership. It's $5 a month or $50 a year, not a lot of money. And you'll get discounts on merchandise and classes that I'll be having, and other benefits as well, particularly with respect to classes and learning. So that's the Young Enough to Have a Future group. If you go to my website, takethisphoneandshove.com, then you can find the place to join the group. In the navigation bar, you can click on Member Portal, and that will take you there. And I don't know about you, but I am not laying down and just letting age take me. I'm walking into it swinging and intent on staying as vital as I can. And again, learning. In this case, we're learning smartphones. Learning is calisthenics for the brain. We want to do that. So at this point, I would like to offer you some entertainment, a little halt to the talking. And I'm going to bring up a video of my beloved whistling. Now, first, let me do this, share my screen. Now I don't know how to get back to, hold on. Actually, I'm not sure how to do this. Let me share my screen first.
Next book is Take This Computer and Shove It.
All right, you can see my screen. Now, first, I want to start by saying, if you don't know already, this is a plug for The Whistler. A few months ago, David decided he wanted to do a legacy project for his son, for his future, and audio whistle. And he approached somebody we knew who has audio video background. And long story short, his little audio legacy became a major documentary film that's actually been screened to be considered for Oscar contention.
Wow.
It's called The Whistler, and on October 22nd, the movie is going to premiere at Movies of Del Rey, and you can buy tickets online, moviesofdelrey.com. I have it up on the screen there. And join us at 7 p.m. It's going to be a wonderful event. And of course, David will be there whistling live as well. And now, let's give it a listen.
One of my favorite things is Ann Goldberg. Another favorite thing is Take This Phone and Shove It. Songs for you.
Dave, pause. There's a link.
Oh, David, that was so fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. Let's hear it for David. I can't find the screen. Here we are. Stop share. Oh, there I am. By the way, so you know, I don't know everything about smartphones. They confound me on a daily basis. The difference between you and me is that I understand that the answer is on the screen, and I just have to read the screen and look carefully at what's there, as opposed to going like that. Okay, so I'm inviting you, rather than to have a scream reaction to something that happens, stop, take a breath, look at the screen and read it, because it's actually in English. And all the words there will make sense to you. Okay, so the next little activity we have is our first contest. Okay, Savvy Smartphone Trivia. So I'm going to share my screen again. Now, the way this is going to work, let me get my PowerPoint back up. Okay, so David and Judy are going to be watching the chat. Whenever you know the answer to a question, put it in the chat. Whoever answers the most questions correctly will win a prize. Now, we have fabulous t-shirts that I will show you when I'm not sharing the screen. Okay. Okay. So the first question, what year did the first smartphone appear on the market? Put it in the chat.
Oh, no idea. No ideas.
I remember my friend Herb got an iPhone when it first came out. I was horrified. I loved my what did I have? The BlackBerry. I thought that was the greatest phone. And he would be swiping and touching and doing things. And I was like, I never want one of those. How the world changes. Okay, everybody answer the question. All right, let's go to the second. What is the fastest way to silence your ringing phone? The very fastest way. Just put your answer in the chat. And I'll give all the right answers to David and Judy afterwards. Yeah. Okay. Now, the next question. In texting, what does, the shortcut TTYL, what does that mean in texting? And anybody under the age of 40 does not get to participate because you all know this. Okay. Another minute or second. All right. Next to last question. What's one thing that you can do in the control center on both iPhones and Androids? Just one thing. And the last question, considering I just talked about it, I hope you all get it right. What's Anne's motto, tagline, encouraging you to live life full out? Okay, I'll give you a second to write on there.
Hold on, boobs.
All right, now for Judy and David, answer to question number one. The year the first smartphone appeared on the market is 2007. 2007. And the fastest way to stop a ringing phone, whether you have an Android or an iPhone, they're just a little bit different. If you have an iPhone, the fastest way to stop a ringing phone is put your finger on the power button and go click, click, like that. Without, here, let me get rid of the PowerPoint. I'm going to stop the share so you can see what I'm doing. So here's the phone. Now, if the phone is ringing, you want to stop it from ringing right away. Click, click. It's not click, click like that because that's two individual clicks. Don't lift your finger. Click, click. And if you do that on your smartphone, on your iPhone, that will stop the call from ringing. On an Android, they vary by models, but typically you press and hold the power button. Just press and hold it. Press and hold it, and then it should, or it's going to launch Gemini. Androids are, each Android is different, so they all operate a little bit differently. More about that another time. Okay, the next question, which was, what does TTYL mean in texting? Talk to you later. I hope both Judy and David knew that. What's one thing you can do in the control center? So what's the control center? Okay, it's not letting me. Hold on. What's the control center? If I put my finger, I take my finger and I put it on the very right side and I pull down. See that? The screen changes. Let me show you that again. You can all try and do it too. Turn on your phone, unlock it, and pull very gently from the top right corner. This works on Androids and iPhones, all the new ones. Some of the much older phones work differently, but the phones of the last 5 or 6 years all work this way. Once you're in the control panel, you have airplane mode, you have volume, you have brightness, you have the flashlight. You have the Wi-Fi connection. There are many quick access settings that you can find in the control panel. And in the book, there's a whole chapter about the control panel, how you remove things from it, how you add things to it. And it's just a wonderful thing to know about. Just pull down and there it is. And it works exactly the same on an iPhone. All right, so David and Judy, do we have a winner?
I have a few winners on a couple of the questions, but Annie, I don't have it for the talk to you later. I have. And what is it that the phone does on both? The control panel on both?
What?
Flashlight,
What?
airplane mode, brightness, volume,
What?
screen mirroring. There are
I think you
many,
guys a
many
little
things.
early.
So
You guys ready? You hungry?
Somebody's talking.
is somebody getting fed?
Oh gosh, sorry, I thought I was muted.
I know that's Ziva feeding her cats. Okay, so do we have one or more winners?
Well, I can tell you that Mel and Harriet got the guess on the year that the
year of the
smartphone
phone
came out, 2007. I didn't see anybody else with that answer. I might be wrong. But,
I agree.
That's
Mel and
definitely a winning
Harriet.
answer.
Good for you, Mel and Harriet.
Yes. I had Rob for the power button. He was the first one who said that that's how you turn off the phone.
Yeah, that's because he's under 40. He knows that.
He knew. I had Ziva for talk to you later.
Okay, great. Did anybody get more than one answer correct?
Yeah.
So pick somebody who's the winner. And here, let me show you, because this is very exciting. So, in merchandise, we have a few things. First, we have this fabulous tote bag, which says, old enough to have a past and young enough to have a future. Okay, so there's that as the options. We have beautiful t-shirts. This is a slouchy t-shirt for women, and on the back, it says old enough to have a past and young enough to have a future. But the beauty of this is you can wear it in the front or in the back. Either way, it looks great. That's kind of a sexier t-shirt, you know, kind of falls off the shoulder a little bit. And this is your standard V-neck. You can't see that, but I don't know how I get the light so you can see that, but it's a V-neck. And on the back, old enough to have a past and young enough to have a future. So those are t-shirts that we'll be giving away. Winner of this contest is a t-shirt. And then I'll take my lipstick off the cup. We have cups. This is my cup with orange because that's one of our main colors. And on the back, it says, take this phone and shove it.com. So you can always be reminded by the clothes you wear, the things you carry, and the coffee you drink that you are, in fact, old enough to have a past and young enough to have a future. So, pick
Judy, but Mel and Harriet definitely got that one answer right.
Yes.
Okay, well,
I got 3 of them, I think. I
oh,
got or button on the side. I got talk to you later.
Talk to you
And I
later.
got young enough to old enough to have a past and young enough to have a future.
Yep. I was going
that's
to
pretty
nominate.
compelling.
Yep.
Anybody else get 3 answers? Okay, Rivka's our winner.
Yay!
Yay! Yay! So I'll talk to you about your gift, and I can even bring it to you. I don't even have to mail it. What a blessing.
You could walk over.
That's right. That's right. Okay. So thank you, everybody, for participating in that. Now I'd like to turn the stage over to Judy Herman for some brain entertaining. And Judy's going to share her screen and brain entertain us.
Yes.
Okay. You want to go?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what we can do here. Can you see my screen or are you seeing a whole lot of other things? You see?
It's just black. Double click to enter full screen. There you go.
Are we there?
Yes, we can see the screen.
Okay, so you can see the whole thing with the next slide too. I don't know how to get rid of that. But in any case, look at this cartoon that I found where she goes in, she's looking, what's the app that tells me what the I came in this room for? That ever happened? I mean, sometimes we really think that our phones are smarter than we are, but that's not necessarily the case. We just have to stop relying on them so much. And on the other hand, it's good to have. So I can tell you that if you ever lose your phone, there is an app that you can use on another device, like an iPad, to find your phone. You can find your device. What happens though if this occurs? Anybody ever had this happen when you walk into a room and you can't remember what you went in there for? Happens to all of us, happens regularly sometimes. And I have a situation for you that will take care of this completely. Because before you get up from your chair to go into the next room, say aloud, I'm going into the kitchen to get a drink of water, check the timer, whatever it is that you're going there for. When you say it aloud, you're hearing it. And when you get to that destination room, you won't stand there and say, now, what did I come in here after? Because you will have heard it and you know that you're going in there to get a drink of water. Okay. So I have a quick quiz for you right now. And what I'd like you to do is to rearrange the letters in the word listen. That's Listen, to form a word that describes what we should do with our phone before a meeting or during a movie. The answer? You put up, sorry. You put it into silent mode. Listen is an anagram of silent. So that's something to remember when you're going into a theater. Silence your phone. Nobody wants to hear it ringing.
I just want to say something else about that.
Tell me.
You're listening, truly listening, then you are silent.
That's very true. That's very
so
true.
profound, Judy. So profound.
Okay, let's go on to something else because I think you can see part of my screen here and I don't want you to see all the answers. I've been thinking about it, and one of the things that is so great about fall in Florida is that the license plate colors begin to change. And that's how we know that the snowbirds are back. So I have a quick teaser for you. Those of you who are snowbirds or know snowbirds, we've got a question, a stately question. How many U.S. states are spelled with only 4 letters? That's the question. Now, there may be more than you think, or there might be less. Okay, Bodie says 4. Can you tell us? I'm not sure, Bodie. Can you tell us what the 4 are? No. Anybody else have a guess?
I have 3 of them.
You have 3. Okay, what are they?
Utah, Iowa, and Ohio.
Well, you have 2 out of 3.
Eh?
Eh?
There's
Okay.
one more, right?
Here's the thing. Yes, yes, yes. It seems quite obvious that there would only be 3, but before you solve a problem, read it carefully and then reread it to make sure you're understanding. Yes, David, Kentucky is one of the states that has only 4 letters because there are actually 9 states that have only 4 letters in their name. Alabama, Alaska, Hawaii, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Mississippi, that long word, and Tennessee and Utah. Those are the ones that have 4 letters. And by the way, Ohio doesn't count because it only has 3 letters. So sometimes you have to
that was a trick.
understand what the question is asking before you answer with the most obvious answer.
Wow.
Anybody get 9? I don't know.
Kidding. I got 3.
Can you repeat the
Okay.
question?
Yes. Did somebody have a question about
Yeah,
that?
me, Gail.
Oh, Gail, go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Gail.
Can you repeat that again? How many states have 4 letters?
Yes.
Is that the question?
Look at your screen, Gail. It's right on the
The
screen.
question was, are spelled with only 4 letters.
Oh.
So
Okay.
Very tricky, brain entertainer.
Yeah.
Very tricky.
that gets you to think about things that are too obvious, because if they're too obvious, you know that it's not right. That's why they're brain teasers. Okay, so we've got a couple more things that I want to do, and we're going to be doing more of this later, but I wanted to see if I can get more than just me on the screen here.
Judy, one more, and then because
Sorry.
I know Wendy has to go, and I want to let her
Absolutely. Sorry.
keep to the time.
This was something that I just wanted to give you a quick tip, okay? To remember anything, think of mom. First of all, you need to have motivation. If I were to say to you, in 1 week, if you can remember my name, I'll give you $1,000. I bet that would be motivation for you to remember who I was. And the next thing is the O in mom, because we want to find observation. That's the next thing. Observation is important. And the last M is mechanics or methods on how to remember all of the things. So think of mom and use techniques like association, repetition, and devices to help you with that. So I will put this back over to a mom of a great book that she has just birthed, and I will look forward to more information from you in a little bit. Thank you, Anne.
Oh, thank you, Judy. Thank you so much. Wendy, I know that you need to, Judy, can you stop sharing?
I'm trying.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Judy, amazing. You are always amazing. You always blow my mind with everything that you share. And
Thank you,
so
Wendy.
interactive and fun. So amazing. And I'm going to be on the whole time. We're on my Zoom. I'm going to be on here. I may have to go off camera for a little bit, but I am here. Like,
Yay.
oh my God, so exciting. So I love, by the way, David, you're an amazing whistler. So I hope everybody marked down that date that you're going to be at the theater. That's really extraordinary. That's so awesome.
October 22nd, for those of
Wednesday
you
night.
who didn't get it, at the Movies of Del Rey.
At the movies at Del Rey. Amazing.
Yeah,
So
it's going to be an event. Hi, Patricia. I just saw you there. I don't know how long you've been there, but welcome.
She just came in just a
So
moment ago.
can we share with her the good news about
Yes.
Amazon?
Well, I posted, so I don't know if she saw that you got the #1 status. telling Patricia.
Amazing.
for
So
you.
actually, that's how I knew this launch party was happening. I popped onto Instagram. So I didn't know this was happening. So I just wanted to come on and congratulate you. That's amazing.
Thank you. Thank
This
you.
is all kind of a pop-up. This is what like we were doing. We were trying to figure this out. So we put it together really quickly and everyone rallied and everyone got on board. So
That's
really
so good.
phenomenal. Yeah, I just happened to go on and look on Amazon and start clicking around and I saw, wow.
Congratulations.
And for everybody listening, Patricia and Wendy are partners, and they were both my coaches. And the information that I got was just priceless. I mean, it was and the inspiration and the mechanics of how you make a book successful, because it's not just the book, it's so much more than the book. And those were not things I knew at all. And so I am just so excited. And Patricia, now that the book is real, I'm going to start with my bulk sales. I'm going to start reaching out and sending out copies of the book and seeing what I can make happen. And I did get one grant that I'm being used for in the city of Deerfield Beach at Northeast Focal Point. They've hired me for 4 lessons where I provide the book, and it's money that's coming from a grant for technology, and it may become a regular thing. They're not sure. So it's just very, very exciting. Okay, so at this point, for those of you who were more recently on, I want to read a little bit more from the book. And in this case, I want to go towards the page and share with you why and how I wrote the book. So this is page 388 in the book. And I start by saying I was born and raised in Sheepshead Bay, an 18th century fishing community in the southeast corner of Brooklyn, very close to the beaches along the lower bay of the Atlantic Ocean. Brooklyn was a small town back then. I took my Barbie doll in her mock black patent leather case and walked to my friend's apartment or to the candy store a few blocks away. I'd be like 5 or 6 years old. My parents would let me walk to the candy store, crossing streets. That's how quiet it was. I especially remember catching fireflies in the summer. We'd put them in glass jars until their lights faded away and they lay lifeless. How much fun was that, watching them die? In the mid-70s, I settled into a 23-year career as an executive recruiter for actuaries. I lived in New York until 1985 when I departed for a 9-month adventure, solo traveling to 18 countries, returning to the United States and moving to Florida in October 1986. My life got established in Florida when I married and had 2 sons who are the joy of my heart. Well, that is until I had 3 granddaughters. Now they are the joy of my heart. And sorry, Jake and Rob, you can get in line. Anyway, I continued recruiting until 1999, sold the business, spent time raising my kids. And in 2007, I re-entered the workforce, again recruiting, only this time with a specialty in water resources. And things were going great until 2009. Well, that was the end of that. For the next 4 years, I had a variety of jobs, and they were just things to do to earn money. They didn't fulfill any passion or purpose in my life. Then one day in 2013, I was jobless, out of ideas, disheartened and discouraged. It was a tough time and I was at my wit's end. That's when I surrendered. I literally got down on my knees and completely let go of the idea that I knew what was best for me. I declared I wouldn't look for a job, but rather I would spend time helping my friends. I committed to paying attention to any signs that might come my way. It took just under 2 weeks. 6 seniors I did not know called and said, I don't remember who told me, but I hear you teach the computer to seniors. Can you help me? It's a God's honest truth. I never told anybody that I was teaching computers to seniors. Never was a thought in my head. It became crystal clear with that 6th call that I was to teach seniors how to use computers and eventually other technology. The doors flew open and I got jobs immediately. Ann Goldberg, the Savvy Senior and Savvy Senior Services were born October 17th, 2013, and so began my career teaching seniors how to use technology. Since then, I've worked with over 30 different senior residences and a few thousand seniors in independent and assisted living, 55 plus communities, senior centers, and groups. It's been richly rewarding work that I took to like a duck to water. Met this person. After so many years of classes and private lessons, I've come to understand the common issues seniors face when working with tech. I understand what my students don't understand. I know that passwords are the bane of nearly every computer using seniors I've worked with. I get that fear is the single largest obstacle to learning. The sad reality is today's technology leaves most seniors feeling stupid. Let me be clear. You are not stupid. You are just uneducated as to how to communicate with these devices. And as I discussed earlier, communication is touch. I took my knowledge of technology and my love of teaching and put them together to write this book. My purpose is to help allay your fears and give you a tool to help yourself when using your smartphone. I want to help you to communicate with your loved ones via email, texting, Facebook Messenger, or WhatsApp. I wrote this book because I want to empower every senior to advocate for themselves by learning how to look for information on the internet about health, wellness, and longevity, investments, travel, movie and/or restaurant reviews, and so much more. I wrote this book because I can't be everywhere teaching seniors in person, but this book can. To your empowerment and independence. Anne, September 2025, Boca Raton, Florida. So that's my story. It was quite amazing, and I feel very divinely guided in this whole journey. And David kept asking me, are you nervous? What do you expect? You know, what do you think is going to happen? And I kept saying, I don't have any expectations other than that we're going to be a bestseller on Amazon. That was the only expectation I had. Expectation met. Yay. After that, this whole thing, I just kind of sit back and go, okay, what's going to happen next? I know it will fall into place. And I don't typically stress, even about the marketing and everything. Whatever could be done was done. If it didn't get done, it didn't get done. It wasn't worth stressing over. So I feel blessed, and I feel that this is my passion and my purpose in life, to help inspire each and every one of you to know you're old enough to have a past and young enough to have a future, and smartphones are nothing to be afraid of. So if you haven't yet bought the book, please visit Amazon and buy it. And as I said earlier, for people who just came in, my request, if you would please, Amazon does not count the number of books sold, it counts the number of transactions. So if you're buying 2, 3, or more books, please, if you don't mind, buy them one at a time rather than all in one purchase. And that just boosts my number and brings the whole situation higher up within Amazon. And that's what we want. Let Amazon do the marketing for me. All right. So I want to do a little fun with texting. So how many of you know these little text? Let me share my screen and my PowerPoint. Share this screen, share. Okay. And we're going to go here. Judy. All right. So ATD, at the doctor's, all right? Texting shortcuts. BTW, bring the wheelchair or walker. CGU, can't get up. CR, I can't remember. FWBB, we're friends with beta blockers. IMHO, is my hearing aid on? LOL. Living on Lipitor. MGAD, my grandson's a doctor. TGIF, not what you think. Thank goodness it's 4 o'clock, early bird special. And TTYL, talk to you louder, a little bit different from the one we had before. And finally, WTP, where's the prunes? So those are just some silly fun with texting shortcuts. All right, so now I'm actually going to share my screen again because we have another exciting whistling from David. Let's see. Here we go. And again, just a little plug for those of you who came on late. David's documentary, The Whistler, will be playing at the Movies of Delray, premiering on October 22nd at 7 p.m. And this movie just might show up as an Oscar nominee because it went through the process of qualifications. We just don't know if it's made it yet. So we're very excited. And you can buy tickets at the, whoop, stop, wait, stop. You can get tickets right at themoviesofdelray.com. All right, now.
I know this book launch is going to be a super success. Take this phone and shove it. And remember to be feeling groovy.
Yay. So that is David whistling. And okay, now we have another contest. The first person who sends a text to me, and I'm going to put my smartphone number right in here. All right, so here's my phone number. The first person who sends a text to me saying they bought the book and including their Amazon order number wins one of these fabulous tote bags. Tote bag is my favorite of all of these things. Okay, it's beautiful, it's big, and it just feels really good when you carry it. Okay, so Judy and David, please be watching the chat. And the first person who does that is going to win a tote bag.
What is it you need?
A book, proof of a book order.
So they're going to text you and you'll
Yeah.
tell. Okay, good. Exciting.
Ooh, I think we got a winner. Ziva Soroker, pretty quick there. All right, Ziva, you are the proud owner of an old enough to have a past and young enough to have a future tote bag. I hope that has made your day. Okay. Let's see now. Judy, do you have another little round to do for us?
We do. I'm just going to try to get my screen sharing done. Let me just get that back up.
Can I do a plug while you get that up?
Yes.
So the plug is that Judy not only teaches brain entertaining, but she also creates these magnificent custom-made. I don't know if you can see this with the glare. but it's one of these word jumbles that actually have customized words built right in. So it's great for birthdays, great for memory, and it's affordable. It's electronic, so it can be downloaded. And Judy creates this out of her own brain. So consider getting one of these
Take
for a
your
gift
words.
right away.
Yes.
That's my message.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Dave.
it's really cool. Judy did that for David's brother-in-law, and David provided all the words that are relevant to his brother-in-law, things he would recognize about his life, and Judy made a puzzle out of it. Very, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Judy, you're having some tsuris there, I see.
I am having SIRS. Can you see this stuff that's coming up where it wants to make it's me? I don't know with technology, as I said. I am a brain entertainer. I know what I'm doing, and technology is not always my friend. However, let's see if we can get this up as the slideshow. Here's the thing. Grab a pencil and paper. And I want to see if we can do a puzzle, because one of the best things that you can do for your brain is to eat dark chocolate. So I'm going to give you a quick puzzle so that you can figure out the age by chocolate mass. So screen sharing has stopped for some reason, and I don't know why. Let's say
Well, can you do it without a visual?
Yes, if I can get the numbers. Okay. So let me see if I can get the numbers for you, because eating chocolate cake is really good for your brain, or dark chocolate, not necessarily cake. But here's what I want you to do. First of all, pick the number of times a week that you would like to eat dark chocolate. More than one, but less than 10, just to make it easy. Okay. Now, multiply that number by 2. Add 5. Now, multiply that by 50. Here's where you might need to get your phone out to use your calculator, because if you've already had your birthday this year, add 1775. And if you haven't, add 1774.
So wait a minute. If your birthday has passed in 2025, add 1774.
If you haven't had it, my birthday's coming up at the end of October. I would add 1774.
And you've already had your birthday, how much?
Not. If you have already had your birthday, add 1775. And then subtract the 4-digit year that you were born.
The 4-digit?
The 4-digit year. You should have a 3-digit number where the first digit is your original number, the number of times you wanted to have chocolate, and the next 2 numbers are your age.
God!
Did it work?
Yes!
Yay!
No.
System works. So I'll just give you that one thing back again on here. You take the number of times you want it, more than 1, less than 10, multiply by 2, add 5, multiply by 50, and that's the point where you add 1775, or if you haven't had your birthday, 1774, subtract the 4-digit year you were born, and guess what? You'll have a 3-digit number. First number is the number of times you want to have chocolate each week, and the next 2 are your age. Okay?
Wow.
That's cray-cray.
That's fun. I have one more thing, and you might want to take a screenshot of this because this is one of my famous word wheels where you take all the letters and make as many words as you can from the letters that are there. And in this particular one, the only letter that you can double up other than the two O's is the letter B, the letter in the center of the circle. You can use two of those. And this word wheel unscrambles to a little phrase, a 3-word, 10-letter phrase that sums up what you should be doing today after watching this program.
Oh, I know it.
Yes?
I got it, but I'm going to wait for somebody else.
Buy a book.
Buy the book. Yes.
Gee, that's surprising.
Well done, Judy. Well done.
Thank you very much.
I didn't even do the puzzle.
Okay. That's the thing. It is fun to have your brain working, and it can be done on your phone as well. There are plenty of puzzles and games that you can play, and I can't wait to get the copy of the book myself. And Anne, congratulations again on this magnificent achievement. It's been such a joy being with you.
Thank you. Thank you, Judy, so much. I appreciate you more than I can say. Thank you.
Wonderful.
So right now, I'd like to know, does anybody have a question about their phone that they'd like me to answer? Anything. You got a problem, you got a thing, you want to throw it, put it in the chat, and I will be happy to answer that question.
Where can you buy the book again?
You can buy the book on Amazon.com. There are links posted in the chat to buy it, but you can also just go to Amazon and in the search bar, just put in "take this phone," and you won't even have to finish typing it. It'll come up and shove it. I think it's the only thing on Amazon with that name, which is a rarity to have something on Amazon that is its own thing, not duplicated.
That's right. Congratulations on that also. It's
Thank
great.
you. So anybody have any questions? Gail, you don't have a question about your smartphone?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Okay.
How do I buy a new one?
Well, if you have the money, that's an easy answer.
That's
So,
my next step.
you need a new phone?
I need a new phone.
What phone do you have right now, Gail?
An iPhone.
Which one though?
Oh, please.
Does it have a button?
Huh?
Does it have a button on the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay. And you've had it a long time?
Longer than I should have.
Okay.
But
So
the last 2 years, I haven't been able to do anything. So
let me address that for a moment. If you have an iPhone 10X or earlier than that, any of the iPhone 10 series, 8, 7, 6, any of those phones are no longer supported by Apple. So what does that mean? That means when the bad guys figure out a way to break into the system, Apple is not going to send you an update to prevent that. When your phone is out of date in that way and Apple is no longer supporting it, that means that the phone is more likely to get some sort of virus or malware on it. That's number one. Number two, it won't have the inner workings in order to accommodate the new operating systems. And once you don't get operating system upgrades or updates, then your phone starts to get wonky. It just doesn't work properly after a while. So a couple of things. What can you do with an old phone? Let's say it has almost no trade-in value. An old phone can be made into a slideshow. You can create a slideshow from your pictures, plug it in, keep it on, don't forget the battery, just plug it in, and you can have a picture frame. You could also use it as an alarm clock next to your bed. It can be, you know, your timer, your alarm clock, whatever that is. So those are two things that you could do, or source of music for you when you're using your own phone for something else. So if your phone is too old to have any value, you can do something useful with it. You just don't want to be using it on the internet or because it can become compromised. So, and the phone you should get should be the phone that you can most easily afford. And I always say the bigger the screen, the better it is, just because it's easier to see.
I like little ones.
Hmm?
I like little ones.
Okay, well, and that's fine too. And they have, some of these screens are smaller. For you, Gail, I recommend that you get an iPhone 16e.
Okay.
That's the
I'm gonna write
latest.
it down.
That's going to give you everything you need in a lower price model.
That's a
And
good idea.
another thing I want to say is that on October 16th, I'm going to be having a free online class, largely a beginner's class going over phone basics, both iPhone and Android. And if you subscribe to my newsletter, go to takethisphone and shove it.com and click anywhere where you see, sign up for the newsletter. You will be notified when the class will start and a link to join the class. There is absolutely no cost. I'm going to do several classes that are going to be free because I want people to understand how I teach, what my style is. And then later on, of course, I will have, there will be a cost associated, but I'm always going to try and keep the costs very affordable so that the most people can take advantage of them at any given time. So anybody else have any questions at all about using your phone? Okay, great. So now I'm going to take this opportunity. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to let David entertain us one last time. Screen share. That was feeling groovy. Is this the last?
Screen's frozen. Okay, so Anne, we don't know where Anne went, but she's going to be back, we're so sure. So that's what we need, everybody. Let's see, is David here?
Mm-hmm.
David is here?
Should
No.
be here.
No, I don't think David's here either. Well, that's okay. You know what? Let me come on here and say first, you guys are amazing. All the chat that's going on. Is everybody else seeing all this chat? Like there's like so many great things going on and people commenting. Um, let's see. I've been continuously posting the link there. We have Judy's
And I wrote, hi,
information in here. Let's see. I
can't
actually,
believe I found it. All of a sudden it was on the bottom.
I'm going to go ahead and anytime, by the way, I'm behind the scenes. Anytime I hear chat or whatever, I'm muting people. I'm going. So if you see me go off camera and on camera, just know I'm just kind of doing the mechanics in the back. I am so sure they're going to be back here in just a moment. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right, amazing. I will say you don't even have to be a senior to need help with the cell phones. They change so much. There's so many features that you don't even know, that I don't even think that this book is just for seniors. I think really anybody over 50. Oh, here we got a few more people coming back. Literally could use the phone, probably over 40. I wish this phone was around when this book was around with my mom, because I could not teach her how to text message at all. Like that was my one goal, right? But the way that Anne travels around and goes to all the centers, I will tell you, David is sharing that there's an internet glitch. So he's going to be back here. But here's what I want to say I know will help Anne out a lot is that if you know any opportunity, any podcast, any place for her to speak, it can be a small group of people. It can be a nonprofit, right? It can be like anything across the board where people gather like that and they have the power team. You've got Judy, the trio, you got the duo, you've got Judy and you've got Anne, which are very entertaining because when you're talking about things that can get people frustrated, we need to smile, right? It's like it can get very intense, and people can get frustrated. And that's what I've loved so much about today. I'm on a lot of calls and you guys, it's fun, right? So I want to open it up. Do anybody here, because we're recording right now, anybody want to leave a message for Anne? She's not here. So we can, and I'll spotlight you. Who wants to be spotlighted? Raise your hand and leave Anne a testimonial or something. Wouldn't that be amazing? Okay, I'm going to bring you up, Jack, and I'm going to spotlight you. So let me put my glasses on. I'm spotlighting you. Okay.
Annie, I am so excited for you. I know how hard you've worked at this book. You've put your life into it, and it's your baby. I thought your little skit with David was fabulous because it truly is a baby. After just publishing my own book, and actually today I published my second book, which is an audio book. And if it's okay, I'll make it available to anybody they want. I have a little pass. I'll put it in the chat. You can go on and listen to the audiobook of a grandmotherly voice speaking where we came from, how we got here, and where we're going. But back to you, Annie. I'm so happy, so proud to be your friend and chatting about publishing a book and how much work it takes. I don't think anybody ever jumps into a book and really realizes what it's going to take to get it done. So I pray for you. I thank you, and I will spread the word. God bless.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you so much. Well, we got kicked off there was a power glitch here at our house. The lights flashed and the internet went off. And so I am sorry. We can teach all we want, but we have no control over the signal.
And then you guys look so cute there. And you know what? That's why you need a little help from your friends. You can't do this stuff by yourself, right? That's why I was like, you know what? I was thinking, I'm not, I was going to sign off for, I don't think so, right? Because you just never know. Oh, look at you two with your cat. It's the best. But if you don't mind, and I would like to keep with this theme, I'm asking anybody that wants to give you a testimonial or anybody that wants to say something directly to you, I would like them to come up and we'll spotlight them. How about you, Lenore? Can I put you literally on the spot and bring you up? Okay, I'm bringing you up. Oh, let me see. Let me bring Lenore up.
All right, I'll unmute myself.
Okay.
Okay. And you know how I love you. And because I'm a foodie, you know how much I love your red lentils, which I have always loved and always ask you to bring to every party. But now you're bringing this to the party. And truly, the meaning of life is to find your gift, but the purpose is to share it. And with this book, you are doing just that. And it is the ripple effect that will continue on and on and on. And I am just in awe of all that you've done. And I bought my copy on Amazon today, and I'm giving it to my brother-in-law, but I'm going to do a sneak peek before I give it to him. So thank you.
Amazing.
Okay, Mom, you want to say something for Annie?
Yes, Annie, I found this.
Oh, one
very,
sec, so
very
I can
interesting.
Oh,
spotlight.
wait a second.
Hold on one second. Let me spotlight you. Um, Let me see. Who is that? Can you raise your hand so I can spotlight?
And this
Okay,
is
I am
Bobby.
I'm
Supergirl.
Bobby.
I'm spotlighting. Okay.
Hi. Thank you, Annie. This was very, very interesting and very much needed by us seniors.
Thank you. It means so much to me that you're here and then with Deborah. Thank you, Deborah, for having your mom with you.
And we bought the book and we're looking forward to reading it.
Yes.
You see me touching my face because I have cat hair all over it.
Annie, thank you so much. What you've done is a gift for so many people, and may it be very successful and help so many people access more and feel competent and confident.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah. Really, thank you.
Amazing. Thanks for coming up. Thanks for sharing. Who else? Raise your hand.
Hi,
If
Annie. This is Connie Andrews.
I'm bringing you up, Connie.
Hi. I'm driving, but I'm okay. So I just wanted to, I just wanted to share, like we've been with Annie through this whole entire process, and it's just beautiful the way we've seen her go through, because there's a lot of ups and there's a lot of downs. And I think every time that she's been down, and this goes for anybody trying to do anything in life, is that we get to get up, dust ourselves off, and keep going, and not let any of the chatter out there stop us or tell us that we can't, because we can. And she's such a great inspiration to seniors, but all seniors, right? But I think women too. I think a lot of us think that, after a certain age, we can't do things. And she's going right out there and proving that you can start wearing your hats again and your groovy glasses and your beads on your earrings, Annie. You're just so one of a kind, so well branded that it's hard to forget you. So congratulations, sweetheart. Jack and I are so proud of you. And here comes the second baby, hopefully, next. So don't stop now. And thanks for being such a beautiful light and a beautiful inspiration in so many of our lives, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So bye for now. Mwah.
Thank you, Connie.
We'll see you when we get back from Costa Rica.
Enjoy. Have fun.
I'm so glad that we made it today.
Thank you. We are too.
So awesome. Anybody else want to come up? Thank you. Thank you, Connie. Okay, yeah. Siva, I'm gonna bring you.
Yeah, thanks.
You up.
Hi, Z.
Hey, hi everyone. I mean, wow. After I'm so excited that I sometimes have trouble finding my words. I'm just so thrilled for you to reach this point in the journey. Like everything everybody else said, it's been amazing to watch. It's just thrilling to see you get to the finish line and now sit back. Well, I know you won't be sitting down too long, but enjoy the fruits of getting to this point in your labors. And since I did have the pleasure and privilege of seeing some of the book before it's published, I'm so looking forward to getting the whole thing in my hands, because it's just so well written. It's like surprisingly well written for like a technical book that just keeps you laughing and keeps you engaged and keeps you interested. And I'm just looking forward to learning more about this device and more about you. And yeah, I can't wait for your next one either. So Mazel, mazel, mazel.
Thank you, Dee. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for coming up. You all good. I love it because this is being recorded. So Anne's going to have all these beautiful messages that she can listen to for her whole lifetime, right? Like it's so great that we have this time to be able to, and all these technologies to do this. So hi, Maxine.
Hi, you have been a great publicist. You've done a great job. And it's for a wonderful person and a wonderful book. And I read the book. It is just exquisitely written. You have to read this book, even if you don't have a phone. It's just, it's just so much fun to read. It really is. And Annie, congratulations. It just is amazing. And anything that I can do to help you, I certainly will. I am very much a supporter and very much interested in letting people know how good this book is and how much they'll love it.
Thank you. Thank you. That's high praise, Maxine. I know you have high standards, so thank you.
I do. And I've written books. Yeah, and I just am, I can't imagine that you did all this and with pictures, because pictures are not easy. And you did all this in a couple of years, which is really quite amazing. And you've done it and had it edited and the whole 9 yards that you need to do to birth a book. Congratulations. It's just amazing, really.
It's so true. Wait till you all see it. Like, wait till you go through like when you see it, it's like really wow.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to come up? I want to make sure to get to everyone. Just raise your hand or just turn your camera on. Okay, I'm bringing you
Yeah.
up. Let's see how I say your name.
Hi, Fleur.
Fleur. Thank you. You know, I also had the opportunity to start reading the advanced copy of the book. And I'm telling you, she has an uncanny way of explaining technology to the technology impaired people. And it's funny, it's entertaining, it's surprisingly entertaining for a textbook. And I've really enjoyed just reading that introduction. And I've been telling as many people as I can about it. And I watched her do the work and agonize over it and enjoy it. So now's the time that she's going to pick the fruit off it. And we're all going to make sure that it becomes a #1 bestseller for a long time.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, Fleur, you were here when a lot of the times I was ranting and raving about this or that.
I saw the pain and the pleasure, but now there's going to be a lot more pleasure. But it was painful. It was but it was creative. The creative juices, the creative ideas. It was fascinating to watch the creative process that you have.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's so true, Anne, right? Like when you really put your heart and soul, it is not going to be easy, right? Because your standards are so high. Your standards were so high. And you didn't compromise, right? You just had your vision and you stayed true to the vision. And I saw Sim just came in. Hi, Sim.
Oh, hi, Sim.
I don't know if you want to pop in here and say something to Anne. Great to see you here. Anybody else that wants to come on camera and say anything to Anne?
Just real quickly, and I didn't get to catch you to start out with. And, you know, I'm so proud of you. And as an author, and remember, it was just about a year ago, we went to the Miami Book Fair together. And, you know, the whole dream of being an author, took so much on your part. And kind of in honor of you, I put it in the chat. If anybody wants to go to that link, type in the coupon code Urantia, and for a very short period of time, the audio book will be free. You listen to a little bit of it. It's the best. My wife loves going to bed listening to it.
Little TMI there, Jack.
I won't go any further than that one, but I congratulate you. I'm proud to be your friend, and you did a great job. Thank you. Looking forward to reading it.
Yeah. My heart
And
is
learn
so
stuff
full.
just being here.
Thank you.
Me.
Hi, Sim.
Sam,
I'm happy to see everybody and to be able to tell and how amazing her book is, because I've seen her go through the process and it's totally amazing. And I'm so happy for her. And I'm so happy to see everybody here and to be able to say hello to everybody here in this Zoom. Totally amazing. Thank you all very, very much.
Thank you, Sim. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Sim.
Good to see
Lori,
all of you.
I've got Lori, do you want to come on camera? I don't know if you're driving. Lori is my sister-in-law, and she wanted to be on today. I don't know if she can.
I was wondering who Lori Sugarman was.
She's also an author of kids. She's written kids books and all sorts of things. Is a teacher for in underprivileged area and really does some grassroots work with the kids. It's really amazing what she does. But she's here listening. So
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now we can.
Hey,
Hi. It's so nice to meet you, Lori.
it's nice to just hear all of your stories and see you all. Oh gosh, my camera's
There you are.
I'm on my phone. Can y'all hear me?
yeah,
sure
we
can.
hear and see you. Perfect.
Yeah,
Take that phone and shove it.
I've really enjoyed this this afternoon. Just I love I started laughing when I saw the name of your book. What a cute, adorable title. So catchy.
Thank you.
Yeah. And we can all relate to that also. So, congratulations on bestseller status. Wendy was also able to help me with that. And it's a very wonderful accomplishment. And I love what you said about not stressing about the marketing and so on, just one step at a time and everything like that. So I'm working as a school counselor, and I have a lot of stories to share about all that. But anyway, that's it.
Thanks for
That's
being
it.
awesome.
If you have issues with your phone, I hope the book will be able to solve them for you.
Oh, by the way, your abbreviations, oh my gosh, they cracked me up. So hilarious.
Yep. Living on Lipitor.
You could do a
Oh,
whole
it's so
stand-up
funny.
comedy on that and a whole thing on that you could do.
I actually I had it in the book to begin with, but I had to pull it out. The book would have been 500 pages.
You could get some extra
Can I say one thing about how well Anne relates to her audience? I think that everyone who's been talking about the book gets the fact that she is so passionate about helping others. And when she talks to seniors in a way that they can understand, it builds their confidence. And I know from working with seniors myself that once you have that, once you have the idea that you can do this, that you get that encouragement from Anne on every page of the book and in person as well. She is a wonderful motivator, cheerleader, and a font of information that she shares patiently and she shares willingly with everyone who needs her. So thank you, Anne. It's been a real pleasure to go on this book journey with you. I've been one who's been waiting for it for ever since you told me that you were going to be writing it, because not only do I need it, I think this is the best gift that we can give to others. So I will be buying a number of copies, and I hope that all of you will do the same in individual orders. So congratulations, Annie. This is a wonderful achievement.
Judy, you really have stepped up to be an incredible assistant, helper, support. Together, we're going to help seniors live happier, longer, better, happier.
We're going to outsmart aging.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, that's the name of your next book.
That's mine, yes. You're outsmarting the smartphones, so that's another good thing.
Yeah. Well, I see that we're coming up to 6 o'clock, and I feel so happy and satisfied and fulfilled and excited. And I think most of the people on the call right now are probably Jewish or Jewish by association. And I picked this day very intentionally to launch the book because tomorrow evening begins Yom Kippur. And it's a blank slate. It's the new year. You can create anything. And to launch today is placing the book in that place of anything can happen. It's ready to go. And so I am so grateful to all of you who came. Thank you so much. And to those of you who bought the book and are going to buy the book, oh my God, thank you. And I'm getting kind of speechless.
What's your phrasing?
Oh, just remember, age will never define us because we're old enough to have a past and young enough to have a future.
Take this phone and shove it.
.com.
Yay.
Hey.
Amen.
Great. Wendy, thank you. Thank you for doing this. I would never have been able to pull this off in the way that it did without you. Thank you.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. And this is just, there's going to be more book signings. So there'll be more things that'll take place in South Florida. And we'll let you know because then you can get a signed copy. You can bring your book and you can get it signed. You guys can take pictures together. I just truly believe that books impact and change the world, right? Like one book changes the world. You learn something, you grow, it's to actually, and then to know a best-selling author, to be there while it's happening, to see the whole thing happen live, like we were live. You can't even make that up. Like, that's the big guy upstairs. Like, I just happened to go on there. I was like, what? Because sometimes you become number one literally for just 5 minutes and you don't catch it, you don't see it, so it's by luck. I mean, some of the authors that have best-selling status, they have really big names and they have their status for a long period of time. Otherwise, like it usually doesn't happen, or if it happens, it could be for a short period of time. And you got this today. It was just really amazing while we were on the call. So
where did you see it? Because I tried to look on Amazon and I didn't know where to find that.
I don't know. When you just press buttons and something comes up.
It just came up.
Well, I would had so many screens going.
I think I got a screenshot.
I don't even know. Like I saw it.
I'll see if I got a screenshot. Hang on.
You got it too? Are you able to see that?
Yeah, I would love a picture of that.
Oh, I have the pictures. I'll send you pictures. I took it from my computer, so don't worry, you have it.
Yeah.
And I already posted it on LinkedIn or something.
Thank you.
I'm already, to me, it's got to like happen fast. Like when it happens, like put it up there because then the dog barks or you got to go do something, right? So the minute, that's why when you're going to buy a book, buy it. If you're going to do the thing quick because life pulls you in a million different directions, right?
That effect. And especially pulls you in a million different directions when
the thought is I'm going to buy the book, but I have to go in the kitchen first. And then on the way to the kitchen, you notice that your shoes are there. So you go back to the bedroom, you put them away. Then you start cleaning the bedroom, or you answer the phone. And then the next thing, you go to the bathroom, and then you come out and you never bought the book.
And you don't even remember, right? Like you're like, or like on to the next thing. But I do want to say something that would be really important too. It's really important to give feedback, like to do testimonials, to do reviews. Like these things are really important as well. So send write to Anne online on like on her comments of when she posts, and because that's how other people get inspired to buy the book. And like I say, I always talk about this snowball effect, everything touches everything. But like when you publicly share and edify someone, because nobody wants to do it for themselves, right? And so like edify, like when you go on, like I have the book, I love the book. That is a gift that you can give. And sometimes you don't get it back from the source, but we know we can't outgive the universe, right? Just be generous with your, the way that you express your gratitude, or you lift somebody up, or you give them, praise and that sort of thing. So, that's me just wanting to leave what, with that. It inspires me to do what I do, right? So, yes.
Sorry I don't want to interrupt the flow, but I just did a quick check on Amazon. Wait, am I muted?
No,
I'm talking. And I saw it like #1 of new releases.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I just sent you the screenshot, Annie.
Good. See, you're gonna have all the screenshots.
Yeah.
And then you see them, everybody will get different, like whether there's 4 books in the screen. Sometimes if you're on a computer, you get it like books, or you get it a vertical, you get a horizontal, get the pictures of it. So
Wendy, can you tell me why the price of the book keeps changing? Like we put it down for $39.95. It's came up as $39.04. Now it's $39.13.
yeah, Amazon does some, Amazon is its own mind, right? Like, so Amazon sometimes I see my books, I see them on there. I'm like, what happened to my price of my book? And where I didn't do anything, who knows what they're, but it's a machine. So whatever
Algorithm.
does, if it's not anything crazy that's going on, if it's just a few cents here or there, whatever it's doing.
Right.
Even for me, sometimes a couple dollars, I see something change or one of my books. I'm like, they decided to do a promo. I don't know,
Okay. Okay. I was just curious. I mean, I don't care one way or the other, but yeah. Well, everybody, thank you so much. Remember, take this phone and shove it.com. Sign up for my newsletter. If you're so inspired, join the Young Enough to Have a Future community, and let's make a difference in the world for seniors today.
Yes.
Yay. Thanks, everybody.
Everyone, bye, everyone.
So much for coming, everybody. I'm so happy.
Bye, love.